was a boy visiting his grandfather, who sat upon a chair like he didn't want to be bothered. One day on a Sunday afternoon, the youngin' stumbled on the porch. The man was so consumed by something up in the sky, put a gleam in his eye. Before the boy could even speak, the elder started to cry. He thought, why have I waited this long to open up? Realized his time was limited and started to clutch the left side of his chest. Although this wasn't a rest of the cardiac variety, he tried to express many things he had seen since he was a little boy. Attended plenty events and attempts to fill the void. There's no such thing as boredom. The Novus Order Seclorum required us to forget that our melanin be the chosen garment, a dark connection. It's natural selection, but what Darwin didn't mention is prepares you for ascension. Let it sink in, my son, we are one with the rays. You'll understand one of these days. I'm gonna pass from the form that you recognize now, but the spirit lives forever, so I'm gonna show you how. We can talk when you need me in a world beyond a 3D. Pay attention to your dreams, that's the place you're gonna see me. Close your eyes till it opens up the third. One day you're gonna remember everything that you heard. He said, one of these days, and it won't be long. One of these days, and it won't be long. One of these days, and it won't be long. Yo, as the years rolled along, the boy became a young man. Had received so many lessons, yet he didn't understand what it meant to repent to himself, seeking help first instead of wealth from the depth of a purse. Got caught up as a minor, signed up for the armed forces, not before completing the core courses at the school of hard knocks. Roadblocks were Penny made so many youthful, stupid, unscrupulous moves bending the law. When he thought nobody saw what he did, and now his ladies having a kid as he's about to do a bid. Hard and fast is how he lived, until he had to slow it down, listening to wisdom from the whiz. It's a shame that he didn't peep game till he lost his name. OGs in the pen gave him his aim, made him reclaim the very sanity he lost amidst a life of vanity. On the outside, his crew was vanishing, confined to solitary where he had to speak candidly. Conversations with God that brought fantasy into the same plane that most folks call reality. Realized darkness was light, began challenging his own thoughts, sought out answers, found them quicker than he expected. Because of his journey, he got selected to speak on panels about how we corrected all his wretchedness. Then he remembered grandfather said this: one of these days, and it won't be long. One of these days, and it won't be long. One of these days, and it won't be long. Yo. So now the table is turned. The grandson began to learn as he progressed to an elder himself, rapidly earned the respect of his community. As a metaphysical medicine man, potent wisdom, he spoke beautifully but lived his discipline. That's why they was listening. A very healthy centenarian, his skin glistened in the sun, which he soaked up daily. Even when it wasn't visible, he could understand how it made peace. With his soul on, he would pray till the dawn, meditate, fade away, stay gone for days. Laid a foundation for the later generations, manipulated space and time, he made them both bend. Old friends, plenty passed away earlier. Through the thin lips of the wind, he had heard of a rumor that he had died. Well, somebody lied. As an immortalist, he laughed till he started to cry. And that moment he went back to that morning on the porch when Pappy had an epiphany that changed the course of his life. Before he had a wife, before he was a young knucklehead that struggled and brought strife to the world. The little girl he raised 30 years earlier, now coming up the road with her husband swerving just a little bit. In the back was the little kid hollering, calling out to God. The cycle so infinite is what he thought to himself. Another notch on the belt. Lessons and blessings led to confessions that forever helped him step to the next stage. The family stayed that night, amazed at the many ways he conveyed the light. Time to retire arrived, he went to bed after gratitudes were written. Every mantra was said as the sun had started to drift. Caught a vision of his grandpa, smiled and closed most of his eyes. The old man saw. One of these